Hello. Today we're going to talk something very important about the Biafra agitation and the era we are today, the new dimension. We must come in contact with so many stories and everybody trying to aid their views and opinion about their Biafra agitation. We must know that there are many tribes that make up the Biafra agitations, and how this agitation came into practice is what we're gonna look today. In the in the 1960s, we see that the first pioneer of the Biafra nation is Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. He is a military officer who, in the first place, introduced or want to take the Biafrans out of the Nigeria states. Unfortunately, his efforts was sabotaged by some notorious Igbo men who gang against his intentions. And from that time to this very time, the people, they haven't given up the hope. They are also, they want to be free. The people are fighting for freedom. After many years of Ojukwu attempts to take the Biafran country out of Nigeria, in the first place, what brought about the agitation at that time, or what brought about the Biafran war? The people were being subjugated and were exploited by the Nigerian states. They were killed. Many Igbos were killed in the northern state of Nigeria, and a lot of things that the people, the people were facing at that time, and the ministry governor of the eastern region, late Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu, decided that he had to take the people out of the Nigeria state for the safety of the people. When you live in a country, when you're being killed, when you're being deprived of your right, the best thing for you to do is to get yourself out of such country. So that is why Ojukwu came in to take the people of Biafra out of Nigerian state, because in the first place, they are not the same people. There are lots of ethnic groups that make up Nigerian. Nigeria is a very vast country with a great population, one of the highest populated country in Africa. So we know the history of Nigeria very well. In the first place, we have seen the effort of men from time to time that they are trying to get their people out of the contraction, because it was a look at that amalgamated their Nigerian states, the south, the east, and the north together to form the country they call today Nigeria. And Ojukwu's effort was sabotaged, as I was saying in the first place. And because of that, the Biafra could not actualize their country at that time. After many years of this, we see Wazirike came into the picture. He made attempts and reformed a group known as Mazop to make sure that the people of Biafra will be liberated. But on the way, because it is not easy for you to liberate a nation from existing nation. Let's be sincere to ourselves. It is not easy. It is never easy for any nation to get out of a nation, especially when the nation is the main source of the income, or the main source of the national cake for the existing nation. That is why you see there's always difficulties, because the nation that is re-existing, for example, Nigerian, and most of their resources that give Nigeria revenue is from the Biafra land. Is from the data region of the old eastern region of Africa, of Nigeria, known as the Biafra states. And for that reason, it is very difficult for the people to break out of Nigeria just like that. So the agitation of Raf Wazirike could not take the people out of the place, could not hold water, because he compromised along the way. Everybody knows the truth. He compromised. and be a Nnamdi Kanu, one of the Mazop member who was broadcasting on the Radio Biafra in London, came up when the Mazop is going down. Another person, a young man, came up and they started agitating for the freedom of the Biafran people. And to this very moment, the Biafran people are still struggling to get themselves out of the state, Nigeria state. And it isn't all that easy to get a nation out of a nation, as I have been explaining. But what we must look into today are for you to achieve this, it isn't only a particular group that can get a nation emancipated from the existing warring. Even that is why we see in the United States of America, this man came up when the blacks were being marginalized, being maltreated, being ignored in all ramification. A reverend came up known as Martin Luther Jr. He came up and became a major figure to break the code of indiscrimination of discrimination and maltreatment from the United States of America, from the whites. And in any nation, for people to be free, there are always organization, there are always group of people that are coming out to say, yeah, enough. Our people want to go their way, and these people, they are the people that are part of the existing nation. As we see today, Ralph Wazirike, the first person is Chief Odumego Juku. After him, in our recent days, this agitation was ignited by Barrister Ralph Wazirike, then Nnamdi Kanu pick up, and surprisingly, this young man has been doing very well. He loves his people. He wants to protect them from the Islamization of Nigeria agenda, the Islamization agenda by Nigeria state, because especially the people in the state want to get Nigeria Islamized. And this young man loved his people, and he formed a group known as IPOP. And this IPOP, their own is to protect the eastern part of the country, the Nigerians. And that is what we see there, that they were fighting tooth and nail to liberate their people. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the Nigerian state gang against him, and they got him arrested, and people thinking that maybe this is the way to get the agitation dissolved. But it isn't the way to get the agitation dissolved or subsidized. All the effort to make sure to get the agitation, to dismiss the agitation, has given room to another agitator now coming, and a very strong man. But I want to say that is the DOS that gave way for they are the one that brought in Samuel Ekpa. This young man that lives in Finland, he has been, a favorite, or I mean, disciples of Nnamdi Kanu, because he interviewed him, and then Nnamdi Kanu was also, was impressed by his efforts, the way he was broadcasting and able to dissect a lot of things and explain a lot of things about the Nigerian state, and he was impressed because he has been interviewed by Nnamdi Kanu. So the man being extradition to Nigeria, and he was kidnapped in Finland. I mean in Kenya. I was taken back to Nigeria, and what the DOS were giving our instruction that this young man has to be broadcasting on in his platform. No, that's our issue. They'll be broadcasting in a Biafra radio station, and the DOS, they rejected the offer. They kick against it. They didn't give him the slightest opportunity to broadcast. Notwithstanding, the young man continued his platform. and he was broadcasting from his platform, and he never wanted to talk anything against the DOS, or it was just dependent, or he was he was independent of his broadcast, because he has been the one doing programming in his broadcast. Sorry, the DOS, they are the one that gave room for someone like that to come in. It wasn't his intention. Someone wanted to work with the DOS, wanted to work under the original IPOB formed by Nnamdi Kanu. But these people we brought about, they denied him the access. Instead, they were saying at first he does not belong to the IPOB. He's not an IPOB member, and because of that, they turned down the instruction given to them by their leaders from the DSL dungeon. Sorry, what you're talking about today, when the summer Ekpa started the broadcast, because I'm a great author, I'm writing following the chronological stories of the Brethren, which has been documented, and writing a lot of books based on the Brethren agitation, the groups that have come in to make sure that Biafra states actualize their country. And for this, the agitation has shifted from the major source of IPOB, and is now another new dimension, because when Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, he made this clear that people should listen to Samuel Ekpa, because he's bringing new dimension to the struggle, to the existing, agitation that's going on. So that's to show you that the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu came to pass. Maybe all this is working according to the prophecy, because he said a new dimension, that Samuel Ekpa is making a new dimension in the struggle, that you should be listening and be pay attention to, that people should go there and listen to his teachings, because the way he broadcasts, he exposed every point, he buttressed his point with videos and with pictures and with news, to show people that this is actually what is going on in the Nigeria state. And I think it's one of the reasons why Nnamdi Kanu has recommended Samuel Ekpa, and encouraged the people to listen to him. The arrest of Nnamdi Kanu brought about so many brought about a great shock to the followers. A lot of people gave up and did not know what to do at that time. They were so discouraged, and they need someone that will come to tell them what they should do. Everybody was looking up to the viewers that are set up by Nnamdi Kanu, that these people, these leaders that he has left behind, will able to direct or to guide the people towards the direction of what they have been taught and what he has been teaching them, and the focus and the aim of IPOB as a group. But unfortunately, they could not utilize those teachings. Rather, they were confused and they were dumbfounded, because they never respected. Even though we're hearing news that some people are saying that, okay, maybe they're the one that they're conspired with Nigerian state to make sure, or the Nigerian government to make sure that that Nnamdi Kanu will be captured, will be kidnapped all the way from Kenya back to Nigeria. A lot of controversy is going on online, and a lot of people saying all kinds of things without backing this up. They have no authentic evidence to buttress their points. Sorry, I think that all this is an assumption, because there's no concrete evidence to prove that they are the one responsible for Nnamdi Kanu to be kidnapped in Kenya, take back to Nigeria. But on the other hand, what I'm concerned about is, because I'm taking note of all of the stages and what actually has been going on in the Biafra struggle, to make sure that to make sure that I document all this in a book, which will be published by the grace of God the year 2023. I have so many books to be published on breakfast struggle, the and the reason why the Biafrans want to leave Nigeria, and the difficulties of Biafran leaving Nigeria. So we all these things. Why I'm so interested about the genesis of the problem that brought about all the agitations is to make sure that have a very voluminous um, paper, a voluminous story or histories of Brathram to be told in the forthcoming books that will be published in the year 2023. Sorry, that is why I'm here to buttress my points or to with what is going on in the Brathram agitation. We must be focused to understand that in any nations where the people agitate for their freedom, it isn't one group that bring up or that we eventually, you know, get the success or we eventually liberate their people from the existing nations. And that is why we must understand this. Without you understanding this, there will be a lot of fracas, a lot of misunderstanding that going on right now. And because the US do not accept that the autopilot should continue in the agitation, and this has been, there is a lot of alarm and the propaganda and the accusations and say all this, all that. This is not how the agitation should come to, that we materialize or we bring the liberation of the existing states from the one that we come to into existence. The infight between the groups will even make it longer for the actualization of the nation. Sorry, I'm using this opportunity to let the groups that are fighting for the agitation or agitating for liberation of a Biafra nation, they have to emerge together or they do it in differently because they are not a group. I I I I retreat my words, not a group that can achieve or can liberate a nation from the existing nation. It isn't easy. It goes about to bring about or no freedom is given by but by just no freedom is achieved at the platter of gold. Have it at the back of your mind. No one will give you freedom at the platter of gold. You liberate yourself. You have to fight for your freedom. Martin Luther, he fought for the freedom of the blacks in America. The appetites in South Africa, they fight for their freedom. To be free from the white people, it didn't come easy. So anyone that come into agitations that you want to get your people out of existing nations, it is not done by a platter of gold. You have to liberate yourselves. And that is why if the autopilots came into the picture because the US failed to obey their leaders. They failed to give Samuel about the slots to broadcast in the Biafra radio stations. And this young man has a great passion to broadcast, to fight for his people. He has seen what is going on. He has seen how the people has been subjugated and exploited by the Nigeria states, and that he could not contain it on himself. He has come up to give, to bring his own potentials. For you to liberate the nation from existing nation, you need many potentials. It is not from a particular person. If you're gonna think that is Nnamdi Kanu alone can get you Biafra, no. Other group, other people. Even before IPOB came into picture, Mazop has been existent and a lot of groups have been existent. But I am talking about the major groups that we must pay much attention to. And Mazop is gradually dying down the one in the main picture now is IPOB. Out of IPOB, there's a horn that has just grew out of IPOB, and that is the autopilot. I want to give you the assurance that without autopilot today, the breakfast agitation must have come to a standstill. Without the autopilot, without someone ever coming out to start from where Nnamdi Kanu stopped. If if not the emergency of this young man from Finland, I bet you that the Biafra agitation would have come to a standstill because the DOS, they were all confused up to this moment. They do not know what to do. They don't know how to broadcast. They don't even know how to dissect, how to dissect their programs to make it to apply this, to make it a very interesting for the people to come in to listen to what they're saying, to to the people want to hear something new. They want to, because Nnamdi Kanu is someone who always broadcasts and encouraging the people, giving them the hope. And you need someone that will be giving the people hope that very soon things like this, the agitation will come to an end, and this country, a new country will emanate. So they need someone. Even when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, they need someone to calm them down, that they will be hearing, to that we move on with that spirit of Nnamdi Kanu. Unfortunately, the US could not play that role. And now they're fighting a group that has just sprung forth. They have sprung forth from the IPOB. They denied the young man, but sir, I want to let the DOS know that, sir, they're alone. Without this young man, without Samuel Ekpa, the agitation would have come to a standstill today. So what are we talking about? What we're talking about today, that's the coming up of the iPreview autopilot has brought about a new dimension to the struggle of to this breakfast struggle, and has given us more seasonable takes than we had ever seen before. And because what the US supposed to do at first, up to now, they have not gotten themselves after the kidnap of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and his repatriation back to Nigeria by the Nigerian government. Sorry, I think Samuel Ekpa is doing a great job, and you should not fight any group. The group should not be fighting themselves. It's not only one group that can emanate a nation or can bring emancipation to a country, or emancipate their people from the existing nations. So the idea of killing themselves, the idea of fighting themselves should come to a standstill right now. Should stop. Everyone, you know the part to play. Play your parts. You say you are agitating for Nigeria. You are agitating that Nigeria says should let Biafra go. Then agitate to bring about this change. I agitate to liberate your people from the Nigerian state. It is not by fighting yourself. It's not by fighting Samuel Ekpa and Samuel Ekpa fighting against you. That cannot bring about liberation. Fight your own. Let the other one fight your own. Them at a point, it will be a pivot that you all we count a pivot where the forces, the small groups that are fighting for the liberation of their people will march together to form a very solid group that we pull out, that will make the Nigerian state to liberate their people and say you can go, Biafran people. Because we have seen that the country has deteriorated irreparably. That no one can repair, no one can redeem Nigeria. It is irredeemable. You can never redeem Nigeria, no matter the government that will come to that seat, no matter how intelligent that person might be, no matter how hardworking you might be. The constitution must be changed before you talk about the country coming to favor the people that are living therein. So that is what we're talking about today. I am talking about right now that it is the dual heirs that gave room for Samuel Ekpa to come into the picture and has taken a very substantial position in the Biafra struggle today. There's no doubt about that. Everybody can see very clearly. It is very clear, crystal clear. He has taken the position because the US gave him that opportunity. He came to them, they rejected him. They don't want to be part of them. And today he's doing well with his group. So instead of fighting him, instead of teaming together to see how you're gonna scatter what he's planning to do, to scatter to make the Biafran nation not to be actualized, to make it difficult for him to go forward, you are doing yourself more harm than good because you are hindering your liberation rather than for you to put all your effort to make sure that the Biafra state will be liberated from Nigeria. Because it is not only Biafra that are crying for liberation now, both of the states that everybody wants to stay separate. Nigeria has never been so so it has never be in this state it is today, ever never has it been in this kind of state, in this horrible, in this very ruthless state it is today. Nigeria has not been so divided the way it is divided today. Nigeria has not been so discriminated as it is being discriminated today. Nigeria has not practiced nepotism as it's being practiced today. Nigeria has never been practicing, murdering of innocent souls. Many innocent souls are going every day. And you want the country to continue this way? How many people are going to be remaining in that country? For me, the best thing to do is not even the changing of the government. It's not even putting another, or this one will come in. You, all the politicians, all the political class in Nigeria are the same. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Anyone who enter the post tomorrow would like to do to favor their class. It's just like occults. They like to know who, no matter what they are saying. When Buhari wants to come in, he was sweeping everything, using broom. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do thing. Jonathan, good luck. Jonathan is a weak man. When I come in, I'm gonna change the economy. I'm gonna change things. He brought Nigeria from up to bottom as he has promised. It is not a mistake. That prophecy that man gave there, it is not a mistake. He has brought people all the way from front, from the top to the bottom, as he had promised. He has fulfilled his promise. That what are we talking about? He has fulfilled his promise because he has brought the country from up to bottom. So that is a constitution that we see in Nigeria. No one is gonna change that. No matter who you're gonna place in that position, he can't do anything because the root is decayed, is corrupt. He can't do anything. Nobody can change that country. The best way for each ethnic group go their way, they're gonna be competition because the restructuring people are talking about, no political class, nobody will get into that seat and we restructure the country. You're a liar. You are waiting in vain. It's not going to happen. So the Biafran people, what I'm suggesting for every one of you to do, all these group, major or minor group that have been fighting for the liberation of their own country, both Oduduwa country, you should not give up. Make sure that this comes to an end because innocent blood are being shed daily. We can't we in fact whatever that's happening, what is going on in Nigeria today has never happened before. Insecurity everywhere. Islamization agenda is gradually gaining ground inadvertently to the people that are living in. They're now seeing what is going on. That Islamization agenda is proceeding, is going, getting ground day by day. So the best way, and what I suggest, and what everyone else suggests, that the Nigeria should be divided. Let the northern part from their country, because the Bible says, except two agree, they cannot work together. You can't work together. You can't force the people. They are not the same people. They have not the same culture. Imagine them together to form a country is always a disaster. You are creating disaster, and that is why there are a lot of blood shared, innocent blood. They are crying, innocent blood are being shared in that country can never let Nigeria to function. No matter whether you take it or not, whether you like it or not, Nigeria can never be good, get better. Instead, we get worse. Mark today's dates. The best thing, and that is what I'm advising the viewers and the autopilots of Samuel Ekpa and every other group that are fighting for Biafra agitations, both in the Oduduwa or the Oduduwa country, Oduduwa states, all the people that are fighting for the agitation that they want to say separately, let this be achieved. To curtail the rate of bloodshed, to put an end to this Islamization agenda that is gaining ground. It is the best way to save lives. No one is going to do it for you. No Westerner will come to do it for you. If you're waiting for American to come and do it for you, you're waiting for Europe to come and do it for you. You're waiting for anyone to come and do it for you. You're wasting your time. No one is going to come to liberate you from the existing country. You have to liberate yourself. You have to come up. We see what Martin Luther did not wait for anyone to come up to liberate the blacks American from all the where they were subjugated and being maltreated and being discriminated. He did not fold his hand and saying, God, we come from heaven to do it. God has given us everything as human being. You can fight for your liberation and get yourself out of where you are. If you don't like something, you're gonna fight for it. If it's gonna take fight for it and get out of that place. People are afraid to die. People are afraid to share, to say, oh, we are killed in last time. Let me tell you what happened at that 1966 in the Biafra war cannot be repeated today. 1967 to 1970, it cannot happen today because all the ethnic group in Nigeria, everybody wants to go. Everybody don't want to be part of this mess that is existing today in Nigeria. If you look at the political appointments, the Fulanis are totally in control. What do you expect? Is it because now they're gonna build mosque in your street before you know that the Islamization agenda is already taking place, is getting grand and grand and grand every day, every time? That's not where you're gonna know that. That's not where you're gonna arise from your slumbers. God cannot come from heaven to liberate you. Angels cannot come from heaven to fight for you. You have to fight for yourself. You must know that Martin Luther Jr. is a reverend, yet he fought for the liberation of. If he didn't fight blacks, who knows what would be part of blacks today? I had a dream. All his dream came to pass. Black man has ruled America. Boys and girls or white, blacks married together today. They are being in the same school today, the same primary, secondary, university today. Because a man stood up and said, it is enough, enough is enough. So if they arrested Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, should not be the end of this agitation, but miraculously, another dimension came up. And the old people who has been following Nnamdi Kanu do not have this mentality. They don't have this gut that this young man had. Very strong young man, Samuel Ekpa, is the one I'm talking about. He's very strong man. He's a very strong man. Don't fight him. You think about how to liberate yourselves from this mess. We are in a mess already in a country where blood being shed daily, where they pamper terrorists, when they pamper kidnappers, when they pamper evildoers. But those who said, I want to go on my own peacefully, I don't want to see blood shedding, I don't want to be part of this mess. They are the people that are being killed. They are the people that blood is being shed. This injustice must come to pass. Whether you agitate, you not agitate, you must die. So what is the essence of remaining a slave in a country where you're not wanted? In a country where the political class, anyone that being the governor, must sing the song of the Fulani. They must They must be in accord with the Fulani, no matter who they are. Anyone who is in position, provided that's the policy of stealing the nation cake is is given to you, because in the first place it is when the nation cake is shared, every every state has their own allocation, monthly allocation given by the federal government of Nigeria. But your governors will pocket everything because the war is going on. That's why I say the political class, whether in the north, whether in the south, whether in the east, whether in everywhere, the central government, being the federal government of Nigeria, shares allocation to all the state governments, who in turn share all the allocation to the local government. But all this money are being embezzled by the political class because the root is polluted. If the root is not polluted, the federal government has the right to question the state governments. How do you spend? How do you are giving allocation? Why owing people salary? Why owing police salary? Why owing civil servants salary? Why are you owing these people salary? Why? Why not free education in a country that God bless, that flow with milk and honey? The political class are the problem of Nigeria. The political class, they are the problem of Nigeria. They are the problem. And these the same people. We all I know truly. Everyone want to go their way. They don't want to go their way. Biafra want to go their way. The Ariwas want to go their way. But this political class you are talking about, these political class, are they not going to be the leaders? Are they not going to take the corruption in the existing country to the smaller country that we break out from the bigger country? That's another question we must ask ourselves. And the reason why I support the integration of Nigeria is because of the killing. Souls are being killed, blood are being shed daily. It's not supposed to be sorry. You are not killing birds. You're not killing insects. You are killing human beings. You're killing people that has blood in their body. You're killing souls like you. Is it because that's not happened to you? You don't know how painful it is for one to love his beloved, to lose his beloved ones? But this is what we see that is going on in the country, because the government they have corrupt. So that every tribe, every nation go their way. Yoruba nation go their way. Biafra nation go their way. I think that will bring, even though we not solve 100% of the corruption that exists in Nigeria, but the killing, I think we minimized. That's what I have to say about this. I think the killing will minimize because nobody will from the northern part will come with cars to come and destroy your farm and destroy all that you have been investing in your business. No one is gonna do that. No one will leave his region to another people's region to destroy the crops in the farm, to destroy their properties, to create nuisance to other people. It's not going to happen. And that is why we are supporting it by all means. And that is why I am great author that I'm writing on the Biafra of today. Biafra of today, the new dimension of Biafra today. I am taking all the chronicle stories step by step, and I think by the grace of God, by the year 2023, I'm going to publish books on Biafra because I know I am optimistic about it. 2023 will be the end of existence of Nigeria. Yeah, I'm not. Don't be surprised. It must come to pass. It must come to pass. If you don't know it, get yourself prepared. Get your mind prepared. 2023 is going to be the end of Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, how it's going to happen, you may not know. But I'm going to tell you, prophetically, it must come to pass. It must come to pass. Why? Because of the innocent blood that has been shared. Somebody is praying, you say it's blasphemy against a God. You use cutlass, cut off the person's head. And you tell me that being, that there's a being somewhere watching over you, will be happy that that country will continue that way? You will cut off somebody's head because you say you're fighting for your God. If your God has power, let him fight for himself. Don't say that, I mean, they insulted my God. Let me fight for him. You don't fight for God. God fights for himself. Why should you fight for God? Why should you fight for God? Which means it's not God you're serving. If you know your God, you're serving a creator. If you know you're serving a God that has power, let that God fight for himself. You don't fight for God. But that is what we are seeing today. Innocent blood are being shed. Churches burned down daily. They're killing people. Blood being shed indiscriminately. What can we talk about this? And the government has shown nonchalant attitude towards this. So they said this for the life of the innocent people that are living in that country. The best thing is the solution of Nigeria. That is the solution to that. Because the any political you crying and shouting this one OB, B2B, article, Tinubu, all these things are rubbish. When they get into that seat, they can't do anything. Because when you look at the Senate, who are the majority in the Senate? Who are the minority in the Senate? Look at it. Look at all the appointments, political appointments. Who are the ones that take the sensitive decisions in the government? Who are those? You are deceiving yourself. So if you're going to tell me there is one article enters, everything will be okay, more suffering will come. When Obi enters, everything will be okay. Is a lie. He can't change anything. And when Tinubu enters, everything will be okay. You are just wasting your time. None of these political players can make any great impact to change. Let's ask ourselves this question. When Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, what did he achieve? What could he do? Is it the same man that's gonna rule Nigeria? When Atiku was the vice president to Obasanjo, what happened then? What can you write about him? What is the progress they made? Tell me tell me the major thing you have experienced in the past governments. The same thing, but it was the Northerners that planted the passenger there. He did the will of the Northerners because they are majority in number. Sorry, the Islamization agenda will never go down. You can see the fraction of a terrorist group everywhere in the northern part of the country. Is that how you tell me the country will survive? And these people don't want to be frank to themselves and say, how can we technically defeat these terrorists? That our country be at peace. They will say those things. You're only looking for those that say they want to separate, to kill them. One after the other, sharing their blood, killing them, killing them. That's what they're focused on. To look at those that says, we don't want to continue in this shithole. We want to go our own country, our own nation, and it must come to pass, whether you like it or not. No one is going to stop this. Let me tell you, God is not happy with Nigeria. Any prophet, any pastor, any reverend, anyone who tells God is happy with not the country Nigeria, he deceiving you because innocent blood. You know how the blood of Abel was crying to God when his brother Cain killed him? Innocent blood crying to God daily. And the thing is, God that said that should not kill is happy with a nation where killing has become their habits. That is impossible. He's not happy. No matter they will tell God is happy because they want you to pay your tithes. That's not what I'm talking. That's not why I'm here today. I'm here to say that DORs, they are the one that brought about existence. They are the one that gave room for autopilot to exist. And they should not kick against autopilot because he's doing great. He's doing great. Samuel Ekpa is doing great. He's doing well. Be sincere to yourself. Stop fighting him. Think about your mother in the village. Think about your people in the country. Ask them how they're feeling now. Have mercy for them and think about how to liberate these people, not to how to fight someone, how to travel to go and cut off his head, how to go and kill this one, how to go and kill this son. Your people are there over there. The people that cause your problems, they are over there. The people that made it to leave Nigeria because of suffering, they're over there enjoying. The political class, the governor's political class, the senators, all this political class. All this political class, they are belong to something else, and when they get there, they forget about you. Because if a governor, they give allocation, he owe you teachers, he owe you a civil servant. He's not bringing out the money to maintain the state. He's not building of new road, all the potholes all over, everywhere, just in a mess, deteriorating. Everywhere has dilapidated. Nothing is working. Nothing is going on. And you are here looking for who is going to cut off his head. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you people not ashamed of yourself? You should be ashamed of yourself when you leave the agitation, when you leave all the exemplary step Nnamdi Kanu has tortured people. Because they kidnapping you, people were confused. You people not know what to do. You give this law, you give this other, you cancel this one, you give this one, you cancel this one. You are very confused. You don't know what to do. And you see a young man who's someone courage, who is bold enough to continue for when they cannot stop. It's not fear to start doing your own, living alone, do your own. But you will not do that. All you need to do is to threaten. All you need, because he has more followers and they are donating money, but it's not eating you their money. It's to make sure that your people be liberated. Don't think once. I don't know what is wrong with these people. I don't know what is wrong with these people. Do you ask what is wrong with you guys? This is not what Nnamdi Kanu made for this agitation. You people have mesmerized everything. You have brought everything to a standstill. But I want to tell you that no one is an island. There must be many groups. There must be many fashions that will grow up, that will crop up from different places, that will bring about the liberation of their people. You can do it, and you need someone who can do it, to do it. Not for you to start fighting unnecessarily, not for you to threaten people unnecessarily. Who are you to threaten people? The people that are killing over there in Nigeria, how many times have you threatened them? How many times have you felt sorry that somebody is killed? Maybe you have none of your family member has been a victim of this. It is hard time. We're gonna tell ourselves the truth. It is hard time. All these things have to come to a standstill. Have to stop. We have to put an end to this. Support any group you want to support. If you don't want to support, if you want to be neutral, be neutral. You are not coming to create nuisance for nothing's sake. Creating unnecessary nuisance. Be a nuisance to people that are ready to go extra mile to bring about change. Go and read these histories of liberators. Go and read the history of Mandela. Go and read the history of Martin Luther Jr. Go and read the history of the great man that has brought about revolutions in the country. It didn't come easy. It didn't come easy. They give up everything in this world to make sure they pursue that goal. And that is why their names remain indelible in the heart of people today. Their names remain indelible. They know that they came to earth, they made names. Good name is better than wealth. If you don't know that, you may accumulate all the wealth or have all the money, but once you have no name, the day you die is perish. But when you make history, make history. Try to make history. It's not fighting yourself that can make you make history. If Ojukwu could not do it, who was a military man? If another person that come up to do it to liberate his people, is that the greatest history that he has been made in his own time, in his own contemporary time? And that is why we must support any group that come up with a very positive intentions to make sure that people are liberated, to make sure that people are free, to make sure that the people will not be slaves in their own fatherland, that people will not be subjugated and not be exploited unnecessarily, frivolously by a set or a class of people that call themselves the political class. Enough of this. But all this, you have to make up your mind Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting someone. Let it go with his group. Form your own group. Let everybody team together to make sure that our people are liberated. That is why you must stop all this rubbish. Come to realize it. Think about it. People are making history. What history have you made? Is to fight against someone who has come out and said, "My people, enough is enough. Let us go." If someone ever didn't come out, what would have been the state of Nigeria today? What would have been the state of this agitation today? It would have died down. It would have come to a standstill. You wouldn't hear that the brother agitating anymore. It would have come to a total standstill. But now is someone that is giving people hope. Even though some of you say that is a motivational speaker, let him motivate the people. You okay? How are you gonna how if you're not a motivate speaker? How will the people follow you? How are you going to tell them what to do? It's not gone. It's not in Nigeria, but he's gonna stay here through his broadcast, and people listen and they raise this. They know the people at home know what is going on. They know what the pain they're going through. They know the killing are going on every day. They know what they're suffering every day. They know what is happening every day. It is not you that is here. It's not even easy for you to broadcast, to come on and they're making broadcasting in the YouTube or in the Facebook. It is easy. You use your time, use your hour, use your energy, use your wisdom, use everything. But what I have to say, DOS, whatever that group is called itself, they should think twice. They should leave any group that wants to break up, whether he calls Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody has right to call anybody. I can call Martin Luther. I have no relation with him today. I can call Mandela. I have no relationship with him today. We can call Wazirike Raf. Even he's the one that that started this agitation for the second time. Before Nnamdi cannot break up, and now anybody can break up tomorrow. But what is your intention? Is it to realize or to make sure that Africa, the Biafra nation, is actualized, or you are there for monetary aspect? If you are there for monetary aspect, I bet you, and I want to tell you, you will not go, you will not go far. It will dissolve. But if you are there for liberation of your people from the existing nation of Nigeria because you want your people to be safe, I think you are doing the best thing. And stop infighting that's going on. And stop lobbying the Nnamdi Kanu's wife to come and support this group and say that the other group are that nobody's a parasite. I disagree with that. No one is a parasite in a struggle. Everybody has to contribute. A tree cannot make a forest. You have your part to play. I have my part to play. And when every one of us should come out to play our part, I think we're going to get a very good result. When we join forces together, I am a great author. I have written so many books. I'm still writing more. And I'm writing more, gathering points, gather facts and figures that will help me to, to write a very concrete history of what is going on, how Biafra will be actualized, what is going. I am following the story step by step, day by day, and I'm documenting them before, so that when the Biafra nation is actualized, both of the world, people will come to read so many books about it and say, this book just came out today. No, we are writing every day, documenting all these things. I am doing documentary about about the Biafra nation. I am doing a very great job documenting what is going on, both from the day Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya. I am doing the documentary. I am doing documentary. How did the DOS give birth to autopilots? I am giving the documentary, and I will continue to do the documentary until Biafra is actualized. A lot of books will be published on Biafra liberation, the new dimension. That is where we are. We go. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra's nation. May God bless Yoruba nation. May God bless Abazonia. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. May God bless him. May God bless Mazi Samuel Ekpa. May God bless also these viewers. God give them wisdom that these people will know their right from their left. May God bless them. May God bless everyone, every are agitator for liberation all over the world. May God bless you and energize you. Be strong. Make history. May made history. You can make history. You can make it equally. Make history today, and you'll be among those names. Their names will be written forever in Liberation Book of Life. Thank you. God bless you. See you next time.